Hello! So today we're gonna be playing as a Devouring Swarm, which is a new government type, or a new government ethic for a new government type called the Hive Mind. Will be certainly very interesting. So let's see. Um, yeah, that looks like a Devourer. Appropriate enough. Now, um, here's the thing. Because we're not going to be devouring the entire galaxy, I don't think we'll have many friends. So there are really two options that we can go for here. We can either go for extreme adaptivity, so we can literally just colonize every single planet there is and spread like a plague, or we would actually go for strength and make sure that our armies are strong enough to withstand the ongoing onslaught of every other empire. And I think this particular scenario, going for very strong, would be the is going to be the way to go. So we have to take a negative effect to counteract that. No. I guess we can't be wasteful. We are a hungry nation. Very much, although get a cool room. Yeah, that will. Now it doesn't really matter that much what the planet type we start on, because as a hive mind we don't have a happiness, and kind of happiness is the cap, if you will, for whether a planet is actually viable for colonization or not. As long as the habitability is over 40%, we can just go there, and our people actually won't care. And the habitability even is the cap of happiness on the planet. But like I said, we don't have happiness, so that doesn't concern us. As a planetoid species, I think it only makes sense to start on either tropical world or something like alpine world, rocks and shit. We'll go for tropical. Planetoid. Now, obviously, we are going to go with Hive Mind, which is the brand new government ethic. There's a bunch of bonuses. You can also see that it does give us more habitability, because like I said, there is no happiness, so we can just spread like crazy. And for the government civics, because we are taking Devouring Swarm, which means we are literally just going to eat every other pop that's not us that we conquer. We need to make sure that our armies are really, really strong, and our fleets. So this is army damage, so this is more for actually planet invasions. And I think because our species is already strong, we don't really need to take that. What I would rather take is something that increases our naval capacity, so our fleets can be a lot bigger right off the bat. This swarm. Something zoological. Yep, like that. Bonus. Very sinister. And I think we're gonna go for energy weapons and the hyperspace level. Go for the planetoid style ships. Homeworld can be. Oh, the actual name of the homeworld. Random. Collectora. Collectora. I like Collectora. Go for it. So we're gonna go large. We're gonna go for ring style galaxy because I haven't played on that one yet, so that could be interesting. Going to for 16 AI empires, no advanced AI stars, so everyone starts on an even playing field. We'll get maximum of 3 fallen empires. I cranked up the habitable worlds because that's better. Otherwise, you can get those massive empty patches of nothingness. Aggressive AI aggressiveness. I'm just gonna leave it normal. I'm going to force the hyperdrive for every other nation, and yes, should be good. And obviously playing in Iron Man mode, so no cheating. Let's start. As we complete the yeah, we are badass basically. Look at that. All of it will be ours. We shall eat the entire galaxy. Yep, that's very nice. Ooh, terraforming right off the bat. Although I do want to go for genome mapping, because one of the things I want to do is eventually in Ascension perks, I do want to go for the mastery of nature, and then engineered evolution, and then evolutionary mastery. Basically, make our species like a super species. So I think, yeah, because that's a biological buff. I'm just going to go for that to make sure that we get that in the future. Oh, nice. I'm a genius scientist. The engineering. Oh, do I want robots? Well, I don't know if I want robots, but I like the bonuses, so let's go for that. See our home system. Look. Have. Well, might as well start the exploration of it. What we're gonna do, we're gonna take our fleet and then just do up around closest cluster so we have an idea where we can expand to. This. What we can get. There is a possibility that we're just gonna lose it because they're gonna warp into a system where there's a lot of angry aliens, but the risk we will have to take. Or actually move the time. Let's have a look at our home world. So I'll actually leave it a tick so we can see the spawn. Okay. We are all right there. Don't know about working this style. I think what I want to do first is just clear this one out, so we have enough energy to build mining stations once we find them. Ooh, that's nice. Got that right way. As a hive mind, we do have 20% more. 10% bonus towards Unity, even. Which means we'll be able to get the traditions faster.
Construction complete.
Or that's the only thing.
Anomaly found.
Yeah, sure.
Situation log updated.
And we've met aliens. This appears to be a civilization alien. Check, yeah. I'm not going to contact them yet. Once you contact a civilization, you can see their borders and they will basically cut you off. Especially they will close the borders immediately to us, as we are not friendly people. Tropical world 16 and 14. You know, colonial. Ooh, that's very good. That is a prime candidate for a first colony, and we shall survey that straight away. Wait, where'd they go? Really, where'd they go? Or is it because I have not actually visited the system? I think it's around there.
Situation log updated.
Some angry aliens. Look like ancient mining drones. There it is.
Situation log updated.
Uh-huh.
Situation log updated.
Need to make a contact with us. They're peaceful as well. Well, that's gonna be ironic. Yeah, Devouring swarm. We're not gonna be friends. Can move you here. Then we can queue up the power station straight away.
Situation log updated.
Good. So now we just need to start finding some artifacts. Yep. Close the borders immediately, as expected. Oh yeah, these are just wandering aliens. They are hostile, but they won't stick around. So what else have we found in our system? Okay.
Situation log updated.
think it might be worth getting these out of the way early now that we have a few queued up. Ooh, Porsche has life signs can be detected on a vessel, but it is emitting a very strong purpose. Caution is advised. Okay. Um. Is ooh, it's a Leviathan, right? Okay. Yeah, we will have to leave that alone for now.
System survey complete. Construction complete.
So if you don't know, in one of the patches, actually it might have been a DLC, they've added Leviathans, which are like massive monsters or constructions that can randomly spawn in the galaxy, and they usually have like a really cool backstory and things like that. There was that I found once, which was like a dragon. And once you fought it, you killed it, gave you like a technology for actually, did it give you a technology? I think it just gave you like a monument that you could build in your capital, which allowed you to increase like the Unity output and other benefits of like not tourist, but migration attraction. And but that actually eventually led to a couple of things. Like I was able to find the dragon scale armor that I could put on ships. Actually, quite cool. And and eventually, I was actually able to hatch my own dragon, which then joined the fleet. It was actually quite powerful. So these Leviathans, all of them apparently do have kind of their own story and chain of events can trigger. And I've never seen that one before, so that will be interesting eventually. Right, so for the first tradition that we want to take, I think we're just gonna go straight for supremacy, just to make sure that we are on top of the military chain. Like I said, we'll get a lot of enemies really quick, so I don't want to risk it. I'm just going to go for supremacy. That increases our border range by 20% immediately once we complete. It will increase fire rate on all of our fleets, sorry, by 15%, which will be a massive boost, and obviously there are benefits that we'll gain along the way. So we've got that, and yeah, let's continue. Set this fleet, so let's just investigate the. Okay, great. Ooh, actually, I wonder, as a hive mind, can we? No, we can't. Okay, that's something I didn't know. So these are the things that were also added in one of the DLCs or a patch. These are called enclaves, and there are multiple enclaves. There's science enclaves, there are cultural enclaves like that, and they basically give them money and they provide you with like various benefits and things like that. So from science enclave, you can, for example, hire a scientist, which is usually a lot better than anything you could possibly have. So there is a benefit to doing that.
Situation log updated.
Going, that's fine. Almost complete. There is a reason why I'm not building anything. I do want to grab that planet as soon as possible. And yes, like with the colonization, you want to colonize as soon as possible because obviously the growth will take some time. And this is one of the science enclaves I was talking about. And no, almost. quest that we can do.
Special project complete. Situation log updated.
Look, you can get different bonuses out of these events. It all depends on what kind of government type you play. We play as a hive mind, which I have no idea what effect that's gonna have.
Survey complete.
We'll see. Wait, but we have more queued up, so that's fine. Oh, we can actually kill eyes. Do that immediately. And we almost have okay. Perfect. What we can do next? So this would be really nice immediately, but they use power on ships, and I think having the reactor on ships would be better, like right now, and then just after that we can focus more on the actual weaponry. What I'm going to do. At the moment, I have the ship designer turned on to automatically put the ships together. I might change that later once we get to like a scale where there's so many different empires with different ship designs, and we want to kind of specialize. But right now, there's really no point. We find an anomaly which we can research. So,
Special project complete.
nah,
Situation log updated.
that's probably the worst possible outcome we've gotten. One of them is within our borders. So I'm going to take our science ship and just queue it up. If you don't know how to do it, you just hold shift and then you do whatever action you want, and that will add it to the queue of that ship. So this actually won't break whatever that spaceship was going to do anyway. It's just adding it to the queue. Oh, that's nice. Should get that tech a little bit faster. So yeah, things are going. We're building our first colony ship, and we'll go from there. I'll see you in the next episode.